And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for the Milwaukee Bucks, it had been an 18-year dry spell. They hadn't won a 2001, the longest such drought in the league. But with superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way, the times are indeed changing in Brew City. Kevin?
They are fun to watch. Thank you, David. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Antetokounmpo.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Young in at the point guard. And for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's Collins. That's tipped. Second shot opportunity. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And right now, a brief look at the power rankings here at the end of November. It's interesting to see how the teams compare. You look at Portland. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now, Atlanta, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
Now here's Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Matthews, no one around him. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, their defense wasn't exactly solid in that game. So if they could make up for mistakes by causing some turnovers, it might have helped. They didn't even get those.
Collins against Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Pass to Herter from deep three-point range. That one doesn't drop. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
And Atlanta has possession following the bucket by the Bucks. And in his rookie season, Kevin Herter out of Maryland taking his time and finding his spots.
Yeah, after his sophomore year in Maryland, Kevin felt like he was ready for the NBA. And I think Travis Schlenk, the general manager of the Hawks, looking at shooting as something he wanted to build on coming from the Golden State Warriors. He got a great shooter in Herter.
Shoot 2. He misses the free throw. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and
I am.
and you are, let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the field.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah,
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it. The Hawks trail it. Young inside. He's covered by Matthews. Young on the follow.
And when Young does this on the offensive glass, he can pile up big nights in the scoring column.
Bledsoe taking his time here. The pass to Middleton. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Herter. He's covered by Matthews. Herter passes to Young. Back to Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Herter's got 5 now.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Middleton outside. Kicks it to Lopez. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Atlanta leading by 3. Herter passes to Collins. Over onto Kumbo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Now, John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league, one of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there, gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And it's that quick 2nd and 3rd jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
Makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot might miss, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score. Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of their rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Herter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by DeAndre Hunter.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Bledsoe. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the 1st round shows you how deep that draft was.
Some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks, grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Herter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Antetokounmpo. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 37 points a game, 18 rebounds, and his defensive presence inside not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
Here's Young after Eric Bledsoe's score. Shoots from the elbow, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
I just think anytime Trae Young finds some daylight, he starts to think about looking towards the rim.
Giannis kicks to Middleton. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo against Collins. Antetokounmpo, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Hawks shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
What's up?
The free throw drops for Hunter.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth. Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Young passes to Len. Back to Young. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 9. Now here's Middleton. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good on the 3. Here's Herter. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Korver in for Wesley Matthews. And a change for the Hawks. Parker's checked in. Here's Herter. He's got 5. Good on the triple.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. A 12-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Here's Young. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Len's shot is off.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Goes back up. And Giannis will lay it in. Giannis has got 10.
I mean, that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
Pass to Len. Out to Parker. Clock at 2. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Bledsoe. No good that time. Good defensive work there by Young.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Milwaukee has possession, trailing by 13. Bledsoe against Young. On the wing, Giannis. Fader on the way. Len grabs the board. Len's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, the lob to Parker. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, he's got a wide reach, so Parker stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jones checked in for Len. Carter comes in for Collins. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions. And because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, There's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
The first one falls. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, three prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, three great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Now, here's Reddish. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Ilyasova, with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball.
The offensive rebound, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
Now here is Carter. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Hill, and Jones sends it back, and he gets it back. Hill looking it over. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. From deep. Offensive rebound. Lopez dishes to Ilyasova. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. The lead now cut to single digits.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Now here's Turner. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And speeding up the offense, something the Hawks began last season.
It was interesting for the Hawks kind of zigging while everybody's zagging as they made it a priority to get to the offensive glass, along with tons more field goal attempts in their offense, and that's been giving some defenses fits.
Shooter 2.
Throw good, Evan Turner.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was third in points in the paint themselves and first in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves on the offensive flow.
And both free throws good for Evan Turner.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up can be a huge bonus. This is a guy who continues to accept and play well within his role.
Now here's Lopez. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. It's back to Hill. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Hill against Turner. Pass to Connaughton. From deep. No good on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Here's Connaughton, defended by Carter. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
What improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league. Went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
Back to Turner. Lets the 3 fly. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Turner's got 5 points so far.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now here's Giannis. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. 4 on the clock. Rebound by the Hawks.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Hawks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That free throw good from Reddish.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Here's Antetokounmpo. From deep 3-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say it with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's George Hill, and it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard. That's good from Vince Carter. And Brent, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. And they believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic, and getting Young, we'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. Wesley Matthews checked in for the Bucks. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Hill, and Jones sends it back. Here's Reddish, and Reddish with the slam.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
The Bucks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Hill kicks to Matthews. And there's the pass to Lopez. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. That's good from Lopez. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And he makes the first.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Vince Carter hits them both.
Yeah, Carter just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Now here's Lopez. Now the dish to Matthews. Pass to Connaughton. Clock at 4. Releases. And he drops that one in. The Hawks leading by 19 points. Carter looking around. And here is Hunter. His last outing, he had 8 points. He kicks to Parker. Now, here's Hunter. Not a lot of room. He's off from 17 feet.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
A shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, he weasels his way to the inside there, and that little breathing room, that helped George Hill to score.
Carter, the pass to Jones. Kicks to Parker. Dishes it to Carter. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Lopez. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Robin Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Bledsoe comes in for George Hill. Then for the Hawks, John Collins comes in for Jones. Young is subbed in for Carter. Bucks trail by 17. Bledsoe with it. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Lopez. The shot off that time. Atlanta leading by 17. Here's Young. Feeds to Collins. That one drops for him.
That's the guy you want with the ball inside, as Collins' ability to rise up will produce some points.
And the Bucks with possession here. Passes it to Connaughton. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Lopez. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Young dishes to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists now in the game.
Confidence there shown by John Collins. Gotta like watching him go right up for the shot.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lopez missing again.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
And the dunk by Parker.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Parker. A fadeaway. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Reddish with the slam.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Collins against Lopez. Now the pass to Matthews. Can they get it? Rebound by the Hawks. Parker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least 1 3-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
And to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127's pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Korver in for Pat Connaughton. Lenz checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Here's Young following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Huerter. There's the double team with Korver to the middle. And that one's good. Hunter's got 9 points. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Here's Lopez. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now here's Bledsoe. 9 points last game out. He kicks to Middleton. Passes it to Korver. High post Lopez. Len on him. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez dishes to Korver. Bledsoe for 3. No good that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And Middleton with the block.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the wing right side. Now Bledsoe. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. From past the arc. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow. Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Young against Bledsoe. Young drives in. Good on the bucket. Young's got 8.
Trae Young not backing down from the physical defense on that play.
And the Bucks, they're shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Collins against Bledsoe. It's in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
And how about the physique of Eric Bledsoe there? Terrific at sticking it to the defense even when he gets pinballed around a bit.
Inside, Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And 11 points for DeAndre Hunter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Outside Korver. He dishes it to Middleton. Kicks to Bledsoe. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Huerter. Rebound, Milwaukee. A good look from Giannis. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump.
And Collins is right there. 12 points for him.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Bledsoe against Young. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second quarter. A second chance effort, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And some changes here for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Then for the Hawks, Damian Jones is checked in for Len. Carter comes in for Hunter. And it's Turner in for Young. The free throw off from Lopez.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the 3 as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could. Huerter showed some great progress in his first year and now showing how much more comfortable he is.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Already impressing at a young age. Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. That's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
And he sinks the second. 58 seconds left in the first half of the game. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
That's some flashy stuff from Antetokounmpo. They're dicing up the D with the ball control.
Now here's Turner. He's got 7. Here's Huerter. Misses the 3.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Lopez. He kicks it to Korver. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Ilyasova. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul. And the Hawks making a change here. Nine seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Huerter. Carter with the 3. Drills it from outside. Carter's got 6 here in this quarter.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Huerter finds an open teammate.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Hawks ahead, running away with this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're over-shifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. There was no stopping John Collins in the first half. He had 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Huerter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Hunter. Young in the corner. Clock at 6. Over Bledsoe, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
Yeah, playing heads up right now, Trae Young. I'm amazed at how creative at times he can be.
Bledsoe outside. He feeds it to Giannis. Good. Antetokounmpo's got 20 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bledsoe comes over to help. And there's Collins on the assist from Young. Young's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Interesting night where you're getting this kind of production from Collins. They're going to lean on him a little bit more now.
Bucks shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Here's Antetokounmpo to the paint. Len with the block.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
Well, how about the ball control from Eric Bledsoe? Got wherever he wanted to go that time.
Young against Bledsoe. Young passes to Collins. Down low. Here's Len. Bank shot, no good.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Giannis kicks to Lopez. Pass to Bledsoe. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Matthews. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Matthews has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Young against Bledsoe. Matthews with the steal. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. And here's Bledsoe. He has 6. To the inside. Here's Lopez. Len grabs the board.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here is Young. He's got 10. To the middle, here's Hunter. And he banks in the layup. Hunter's got 15.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Matthews passes to Bledsoe. Giannis outside. And the Bucks miss again. Lopez with the steal. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Here is Bledsoe. Following the basket by Cam Reddish. And Young, here we go. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Young against Bledsoe. Young passes to Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. Young with the steal. Passes it to Hunter, over Middleton. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And that's now 19 points for DeAndre Hunter. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bledsoe dishes to Giannis. 3-pointer. Middleton can't get it to go. Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Young drives in. Here's Collins. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Collins against Bledsoe. Here's Lopez. He can't hit that time. Collins with some nice D. Pass to Hunter. Great D that time for Middleton. And for Milwaukee, their shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Matthews passes to Lopez. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Collins in the post. Giannis is there. Lopez over to help. 6 on the shot clock. Deflects the pass. And the wide open shot from Reddish doesn't go for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Bledsoe for 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Reddish with the ball. Giannis is there. Lopez with the steal. Bledsoe with it. He's got 6. He had a nice open look right there. Middleton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Hawks have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Young against Bledsoe. Here's Hunter. The Hawks again can't hit. And the call will be against Alex Len. That is his first foul of the game. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. Parker's checked in for Atlanta. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Giannis. Lopez outside. Here's Connaughton. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. That one no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And Young, here we go. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jabari Parker. The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the Bucks. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Atlanta also making some changes here. Damian Jones is checked in for John Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter. And it's Turner in for Young. He hits the second from the line. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Now, here's Reddish. Guarded closer. Jones kicks to Reddish. Hill against Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta again missing. The Bucks shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Antetokounmpo finds Hill. And the pass to Lopez. Reddish grabs the rebound. Hawks have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the second time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year training camp, establishing that type of confidence, it carried them through for the entire year.
Milwaukee with the ball. Following the bucket by the Hawks. Giannis passes to Ilyasova. On target from 13 feet. Ilyasova's got his second bucket of the game to go. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talk a lot about Bud ball, and you add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play. They really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
Now here's Giannis after the miss from Evan Turner.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Turner. 7 points in the game. Shoots from the baseline. And that one is off. Excellent D there from Hill. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton. It's stolen by Reddish. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Giannis with it, picked up by Turner. Off target with his three. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Reddish's shot is good.
This is one of the attributes that Evan Turner shows off quite often, his ability to find the open man.
1:27 left in the third. Lopez left side. Good work defensively by Jones. Smooth sailing for Atlanta. Oh, the lob to Parker. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The Bucks have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Herter's checked in, and he's good on the second. 1:11 left here in the third quarter. Atlanta shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Parker, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Parker's got 11. Milwaukee is going to less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Outside Hill. Pass to Giannis. Inside, Korver. The rebound by Carter. And it's the Hawks' ball. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Now, here's Parker. 11 points in the game. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now, Giannis. He's got 25. The shot, no good. Good D by Parker. Here's Turner. Off target from the wing.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Brown, Ilyasova out there with Wilson. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Hill in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Here's Bembry following the 3 by Milwaukee. Hill with some nice D. Brown outside. Outside Korver. Passes it to Hill. Lets it fly. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Bembry to the inside and stolen by Ilyasova. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. Fernando pulls it in. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Crab, no good.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Now here's Wilson. There's Brown with the 3. And the Bucks miss again. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Pass to Fernando. Here's Turner. And it's off from 3-point range. And so Brown will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Here's Bembry. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. The Hawks again can't hit. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Hill. Softly drops in the floater.
Now George Hill making me get out a box of tissues. Sweet teardrop there.
Here's Bembry. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. There's the pass to Jones. 6 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Bembry misses. The Bucks have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Atlanta's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Crab, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, do we? From the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
And it's Brown missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Fernando. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Brown. Lays it up off the glass.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Bembry the pass to Turner. Stripped away. Fast break, here they come. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Ilyasova, and Jones sends it back, and he recovers it. Ilyasova passes to DiVincenzo. They shoot again. Clock is at 3, and he lays it up and in.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Outside, Jones. Back to Turner. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I mean,
no, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game
and the star player is still in the game, somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
The Bucks shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. 13 feet away. Pass to Fernando. Bucket is good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here is Hill. Rebound by the Hawks. Fernando's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Turner, the bounce pass. Now here's Cram to the paint. Here's Bembry, and it's blocked by Brown. Here's DiVincenzo. It's deflected.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close. But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Left side, Turner. Pass to Crab. Over Hill. Crab, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Here's Connaughton. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Here's DiVincenzo. And Jones sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Here's Lopez. From 13, and the shot goes down.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Young drives in. Yes, that goes in. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Brown. Pass to DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez outside. Top of the key. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them and tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
That free throw good from Young.
It's really all about Trae Young and his skill. And you know how many hours that takes, Kevin? I mean, he is putting time in the gym to show you what he's capable of out here on this floor, and he makes it look easy.
It's tipped. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. And the Bucks with possession here.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And Brent, for Trae Young, remarkable how his game has grown.
It's going to be interesting over the next 3 to 5 years what kind of layers Trae Young can add to his game. We know he is a prolific shooter. He's got deep range. He's a good playmaker, but how good does he want to be? We're going to find out how complete he can be.
Here's Bembry. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Bembry's got 5 points now in the quarter. So it's the Bucks now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Wilson the pass to Brown. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Bembry. Back to Crab. Shoots over Brown. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Well, he is deadly in catch and shoot. Defensively, you have to try and make Crab put the ball on the deck.
Here's Connaughton.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Trae Young.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Ray, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Crab good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Here's Lopez. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Great to see Korver getting involved with dimes like that one. He's not just a shooter. He can really pass it too.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And Brown over to help. Now the pass to Bembry from beyond the arc. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez outside. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.